Ariel Helwani at UFC 126 in Las Vegas, Nevada, alongside Ryan Bader, who faces Jon Jones this Saturday night on pay-per-view. And Ryan, kind of interesting. What does a 12-0 fighter have to do to get some respect here? 4-1
yeah, I know, right?
favorite, Jon Jones is. What do you think of that?
I love it, actually. You know, I love playing the underdog role. I played that before in the tough finale fighting Vinny. You know, I was close to that before, you know, it got close to the fight, but I love playing that underdog role. I love, you know, people have already written me off of this fight entirely. You know, they're saying he's the next champ, and he already looked well past me, you know, so it's going to be a surprise when I go out there and get that win. And I love proving people wrong, and this is going to be one of those fights.
Why do you think they are looking past you?
You know, I think it's, you know, he's an exciting fighter. You know, I give him a lot of props. You know, he has that fan base of, you know, he'll go out there and try really anything, and it's been working for him. You know, we're pretty much totally different fighters, and you know, I've been flying under the radar a little bit. You know, he has all that hype. He's got to live up to that pressure, and he's got to perform. And you know, I'm always going to perform. So Saturday night, I'm going to go in there, look to take him out, and then you know, hopefully get some respect.
How do you prepare for a guy like Jon Jones? I mean, officially he has one loss on his record, but really he was en route to winning that fight. How do you look at his fights and say, okay, these are his weaknesses, these are the things that I'm going to exploit on Saturday?
You know, you study your opponent, you watch a lot of tape, you watch the different fights and their, you know, his opponents, how they match up, kind of deal. You know, but you know, he's been doing real well. You know, he has a good wrestling background. You know, we haven't seen him in certain positions. He hasn't been on his back. You know, he's been through some good fights. You know, 3-round fights with Bonner and his first couple fights, and you know, it's just it's really just, you know, studying his tape and kind of just picking up on little things here and there. You know, and we have our game plan, and I feel, you know, in MMA, anybody has a chance on their feet, anybody, you know, whatsoever. He has all of his, you know, his kicks, his elbows and all that, you know, but I got some power in my hands, and it takes one shot to change the whole fight or end it. And so, you know, we've been working a lot, and I've been getting better at all facets of my game, and I'm looking to go out there and you know, to be honest with you, I'm looking to go in there and take him out. I'm trying to go in there and knock him out and end this fight, and you know, and stop all, you know, stop this whole hype and this whole you know, not disrespect, but just people writing me off as you know, I've already lost this fight.
Your good friend Aaron Simpson seemed to have gotten under his skin on Twitter.
Yeah.
Was that done on purpose?
No, you know, just Aaron's a good friend of mine. I didn't even know, you know, he tweeted that until I saw like a little article on it. But you know, he's a good friend. He's going to have my back, and you know, I think he was just saying, hey, you know, I'm looking great. I think it was one after one of our sparring sessions and stuff like that. And I was sparring him one of the rounds, and he just felt I was looking good and decided to put it on Twitter. You know, what's going on between him and Jon Jones is their own little deal there. But you know, I don't like to get into all that kind of, you know, smack talking and all that. But you know, he's a good friend of mine, and he's just giving me props.
He's getting a lot of props. He's got a new shoe deal with K-Swiss, getting a lot of stuff at a relatively young age. Do you think it's warranted?
Yeah, I mean, he's been exciting. I like to watch him fight, you know, and you know, that's a great, you know, great thing for me to be able to fight him right now and get this win and you know, have him under, you know, my win column. That's going to be great. He deserves all of it. He's been finishing people. He's very exciting to watch, you know, but that's fine. You know, I look at the fight just going out there. He's just another opponent. He's another, you know, guy out there, and I got to beat him. Really, you can switch any of those guys' names at the level we're fighting right now, and they're all going to be tough, and they're all going to have their endorsements and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, we're going to be in the cage. It's going to be me versus him, and all your past opponents, all of the stuff you did in the past, all the things you have are gone. It's just you and him in the cage.
Good luck out there on Saturday.
Thank you very much.